Good evening. What can I get you? Wait, allow me to suggest a tale of espionage. A bit of friendship, some adventure, romance. No, nothing so heavy this late in the evening, but a dash of sexual tension never hurts. And of course, a healthy dose of comedy. Of course, you know that's how comedy is served. Shake well, never stir. This should make you forget all your troubles. Our story begins in a small bar in the city of Arlington. Back in the day, cigarettes were openly smoked, women stayed home, cooking, and all the men wore the same grey suits. Back in the year 1952. November 8th, to be precise.
Hello, operator? Yes, good evening. Long distance, please. Tennessee, Sweetwater 2800. Thank you. You too. Hello? Hello, is that you, Mabel? It's Maxwell Banks. Oh, just swell. How are you? Anna likes high school then? Too long. I am looking forward to spending more time at home. Could you put me through, please? Yes, thank you very much, Mabel. You too. Hello, honey? Edith, honey? No, it's me, Maxwell. Well, of course it's me. I won't be home tomorrow like I planned. They canceled my flight. I don't really know. No, I didn't ask. I'm still in Washington. I think 3 miles away from National Airport. Well, the cab driver charged me 4. Don't worry, there's another flight 10 o'clock Monday morning. I wanted to grab a bite, so I had them drop me off at this pub. I had a muffin this morning for breakfast. No, that was it. I know. Well, then I was going to get a room for the night. Of course, I noticed a hotel across the way. I'll be home by Thursday, for sure. That's the best news I had to offer. I need to talk to you about that. The contract was canceled. Yes, that was the final one. That was the OSS, not the FBI. I am aware. I know. My father still has a position for me at the factory. Sure he will. He would never pass up a chance to say I told you so. I'll do what I have to. I've got a family to take care of, and I will not miss my daughter's birthday. The trains are booked up till Monday, too. Look, honey, I'm not so broke that I need to hitchhike home. I'll be there for her party, okay? I will. I love you, too. Kiss Ellen for me, will you? Thanks. Good night.
Then I said to the priest, "No, this is a double date."
Gin and tonic on the rocks, please.
Certainly, sir.
On my tab, Mike, and I'll have a rum and coke. You got a light, buddy? Mine is totaled.
It's not necessary to pay for my drink to get a light.
I hate asking favors from strangers, so I have to make friends.
Is that so? I've never had one.
Never had a drink or a favor?
A friend.
Pardon me, mister. Could you spare a smoke?
For you, my dear, I'll switch brands. How about a drink to go along with it? What are you having?
Oh, nothing, thanks. Really, I just...
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Offering a lovely lady a drink.
That's my lady.
It wasn't like that.
And a very beautiful lady she is, too. I apologize and applaud your good taste. To show what a good loser I am, how about I buy you a drink, too?
You don't go hitting on another man's woman and then just try to pay him off. I can't be bought with a drink.
How about cash?
Buddy, you're paying with blood for messing with my girl.
Stop it. Pat, I came up to him. I was asking for a smoke. Stop. Please, let him go. You don't understand.
Sir, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Patrick, are you okay? What did you do to him?
He'll be all right once he sleeps off his hangover.
What happened? What have you done to him? I should sue.
Well, I'm certain the police would like to hear the whole story. I'll help you get him to the cab, miss.
You still want that smoke? Thanks. You saved my neck. Literally. Was that some kind of karate or something?
Something else entirely. I couldn't let my first friend die of asphyxiation.
John Hampton III. You know, for a guy without any friends, you sure are a good one to have.
Maxwell Banks. The first.
Maxwell, Good name. I like it.
I've always been partial to it myself. Jonathan Hampton sounds very familiar to me.
I suppose you've heard of my family. The Hamptons have a reputation.
As in the roads down by Norfolk?
No. No relation. We are, however, a rich bunch of Hamptons. Can I convince you to teach me that?
It's not something that can be taught. It can be purchased. I can make you one if you like.
The lighter?
I like to call it an electrostatic pulse immobilizer. It's that, and it's a lighter.
You're kidding. That little contraption knocked that big guy out?
Well, the right amount of electric shock will render the central nervous system momentarily useless. It should have simply knocked him to the ground a few minutes, maybe 10. He passed out because he was intoxicated. You simply wind a charge, pull the safety, and make contact with the skin.
Handy lighter for a bar scene.
I designed it so a compromised spy could escape capture without killing anyone.
You make spy gizmos.
I used to. I don't do it anymore, though. I lost one contract last week and another this afternoon, so I'm currently unemployed.
Sorry to hear about that. Mind if I pry?
Oh, the details would bore you.
Possibly. But I want to keep talking to you so I can see another gadget. Hey, why don't I buy you dinner? Then you can show me all your wares. I somehow think I've used that line before.
I believe I'll take you up on that generous offer, if you accept the lighter as a gift as well.
Done deal. Mike, can you set me up my new buddy Maxwell with some grub?
Certainly. What will you have, sir?
The chicken salad?
No, God no. Whatever you do, don't eat the chicken here. Do you know how they kill the chicken?
No.
They feed it the French toast. Set this guy up with a T-bone and shrimp combo, medium.
Certainly.
May I stick with my gin?
Sure. And put on a pot of coffee, please, Mike. I gotta sober up a bit.
Yes, sir.
And another rum and coke.
I thought you wanted to sober up.
I do, but I'm in no rush. We'll be at my table. Are these your things?
I can carry that. I doubt you have any interest in my undergarments.
If only you were a dame.
You have your own table?
I come here a lot. This is my usual table.
Well, in this case, these are the items that will interest you.
Shouldn't we go somewhere, secret?
Well, perhaps, if you're a dame, as you say.
What if someone's watching?
The FBI has no interest, and the CIA refuses to work with me. No spy in America wants this equipment.
Why won't the spies work with you?
MacArthur's men spent the past 5 hours going over every detail of my life. According to the good senator, I have an acquaintance that makes me less than reputable. After the Loyalty Board review, I felt privileged to stay in the country.
Ah, the Loyalty Board.
Have you been?
No, but I dated a girl who had a similar policy. But I have had a run-in with the senator myself. So now you got 2 acquaintances you shouldn't.
You're on the list?
I'm on some list of his. I slept with a Russian. In my defense, I thought she was a Czech.
They have distinctly different accents if you listen.
That's what they said. I swear we never spoke. I assumed she was a Czech because she was so bouncy. I don't think she knew any English. If it hadn't been for my dad's prestige, I couldn't have bought my way out of that.
Jonathan Hampton. I recall where I've heard that name. Is your father Dr. Jonathan Hampton II, the world-famous brain surgeon?
Yes, indeedy. Wow, I didn't know anyone read his book. I've just been using mine to flatten wrinkled bills.
Now I am impressed. I've been reading his works on the exploration of neuropassages and the brain's effect on the immune system.
Glad you're a fan of my dad's. I could get that autograph for you, if you like.
Mommy?
I've never been a big fan myself. Don't get me wrong, I love the guy and all, but his work is about as exciting as taking Grandma to the prom, if you know what I mean.
No, not really. I find his work compelling and very informative. Please give your father my regards.
Will do.
Your dinner, sir. Your coffee, Mr. Hampton. Your drink.
Would you stop calling me sir? Come on, Mike. My name's John.
As you wish, sir. I'll be right back with your change.
Please, keep it. And thank you, Mike. Such a good barkeep. but he's got to know by now I'm tipping. I've been coming here since school started.
Did you attend college in the city?
Yes, indeed. Johns Hopkins. I wanted to go to a school with my name all over it. You know, because my name is John.
Yes, I understand the implication. That's quite an impressive school.
Yeah, well, I have quite an impressive dad, as you well know. So, how did you end up on the senator's list?
Worked with a French chemist for 5 months. Apparently, he was an outspoken socialist with radical views.
Is that so?
I spent 5 months standing next to the man as we were developing a new way to stabilize a new nitrogen atom, and believe it or not, the whole time we never mentioned politics.
Odd. No wonder your loyalty was questioned.
May have had something to do with the fact that one miscalculation could blow us both to kingdom come.
I could see that. Is any of this stuff dangerous?
Not all that dramatic. This is my personal line of inventions. A pathetic attempt to alter my family heritage of profiteering on war, death, and destruction.
Wait a minute, Banks? As in Banks Ammunition?
Oh, you know my father as well.
Couldn't tell you his first name, but I know the slogan. For your country's defense, you can bank on Banks. I won't claim to be a fan, but I know the name. So you're a millionaire like me.
No, I'm afraid I don't have what it takes to be a millionaire.
How do you mean? What does it take to be a millionaire?
$1 million? My father and I had quite a falling out. I was certain we could provide protection for our country without guns or tanks. I started my own division of the business with espionage tools. The OSS loved them during the war, and my father put up with me for a while we had contracts. But the OSS is no more. Now the CIA and FBI have cut me loose.
We have a lot in common, you and I. We both have famous dads.
Yours is famous for preserving life. Mine for profiteering on its destruction.
I'm sure this will all work out for you. You just need a new set of acronyms. So what do we have here? Looks like a regular old fountain pen.
That's because it is. My Uncle Herb gave that to me for graduation. Try on the wristwatch.
This is a normal watch, right?
Well, it tells time, if that's what you mean. But it also communicates both to its counterpart and to its base set, up to 8 miles away.
Amazing!
I could get more range out of it in the States, but it would require transfer towers. Not a likely choice overseas.
Are these X-ray reading glasses? Can I see through women's clothing? That would save me a lot of time.
I'm still working on X-ray glasses. I have to figure out how to keep them from radiating your eyes while you wear them.
If you're looking at the right woman, it might be worth it.
Push the button on the left arm of the rim.
Whoa! A telescope! I can read that menu from across the room. These are some peepers.
The button on the right takes the magnification back to normal.
The CIA doesn't want these?
The government doesn't want me. They wouldn't even look at my products.
Isn't paranoia wonderful? I've heard Santa's going to be banned unless he changed the color of his suit.
Ooh, careful. That could be contrived as anti-American.
You got a bum deal. This stuff kills.
This equipment is specifically designed to prevent the necessity of killing.
I mean, kills as in, this stuff is really great.
Oh, in that case, thank you.
Why wouldn't we want this? I just don't understand America anymore. I don't know what kind of country expects you to find out a woman's political views before you sleep with her. I always steer clear of religion and politics till after I'm laid, you know?
Not really, but I can imagine. I've been happily married for 11 years.
I've been happily single for 20. A Bible? This is for what? An undercover Gideon? Or just the last resort when you're behind enemy lines and you can't see the way out? Start praying.
I doubt it would hurt, but open it up. Turn to Ecclesiastes.
Like I'd know where that is. I always lose interest in the begets part. Whoa. A little typewriter and a tiny television screen.
I call it a teletype. It can be set in any sort of book. It operates as an instant telegraph. It transmits to a specialized receiver. I put it in the Bible because often prisoners of war are permitted to keep religious paraphernalia.
You should have put it in a phone. No one is going to want to type things to each other on tiny little buttons.
In a prison camp, I don't think loud conversations would be ideal.
Good point. What's this? dental floss for good hygiene?
Dispense is the same, but it's actually a high-test nylon filament. If you look carefully, you'll need that special cutting tool to cut it.
So it's super strong floss.
Holds up to 250 pounds. Barely visible, and that container holds 600 feet.
And this does what? Helps a spy that have fat commies stuck between their teeth?
It has many practical applications. Tying up prisoners, thatching together shelter in a survival situation, or, well, I'll let you discover that yourself. You enjoy that flashlight.
Yeah, these are good in the dark.
It's loaded with the same filament. That's a flashlight and a grappling hook.
Really?
It retracts to haul you to safety. Well, as long as you weigh less than 250.
Is that so? Huh, and filled with all-purpose dental floss.
Well, you just can't use it to floss your teeth. It may cut through your gums.
So could it be used as a cheese slicer?
I don't see why not, but I doubt that would be necessary for a government agent.
I'm sure they have dinner parties, too. How's that steak?
Very good, thank you.
See, I wouldn't steer you wrong. Now what's with this bar of soap?
Inside is a pocket of chloroform. The second water makes contact, you'll be rendered unconscious.
That sounds deadly in a bathtub.
Now that cigarette case.
Holds cigarettes, I see.
And it's a voice recorder. Hour and a half of tape. Although I think I can reconfigure the ribbon to get more out of that space.
I could use this myself. Sometimes I can't remember half of what I say.
Hello, boys. You look like you're up to no good. Mind if I join you?
Not at all. Somebody call heaven.
I suppose there's an angel missing?
No, doll, I was going to cancel my reservations. That body makes me want to sin.
Is that so?
Please, take my seat. Or, of course, my lap is vacant.
I don't think we know each other well enough for that.
Then let's get to know each other better. Look at that. I just spilled my drink.
You drink your drink.
So it spilled down my throat. An empty glass is an empty glass. I'm going to refill it. Anyone else care for a drink?
Coffee, please.
I'll take an iced tea, if you're buying.
You know I am. You sure you wouldn't like a grasshopper? Mikey makes a mean grasshopper.
A regular old iced tea will be fine, thank you. You know what they say, take tea and see.
Personally, I always say take gin and grin, or have rum and... well, I digress. I assume you like your tea sweet.
How'd you know?
You are what you drink.
You must be rum and coke.
Actually, I'm quite diversified. I think it's time for a scotch. Be back in a flash. Maxwell, keep the engines humming.
What engines? And why would they hum?
Because they don't know the words.
Old friend of yours?
I've known him all of 10 minutes. A very colorful individual.
Really? Some guy you just met is buying you dinner.
It's likely that's happened to you before.
It's a little different with me. You fellas look like you're having a grand old time over here.
I'm having a great meal, I can tell you that much. After the past 2 weeks, this is the best time I've had in a while. Why are you interested?
Here we be.
Thank you very much.
Now, where were we? That dress. I think that shade of red would complement the color of the hardwood floor in my bedroom.
Mighty presumptuous, aren't we?
Should I leave?
No, I'm sorry, Maxwell. I get easily distracted.
Am I interrupting something important?
Boys with toys, that's all. This is my new friend, Maxwell Banks, and I am Jonathan Xavier Frederick Hampton III.
That name is quite a mouthful.
It's not the only thing. Your beauty seems very familiar to me. Have our paths crossed before?
I'm pretty sure I would remember meeting a guy like you.
You sure? I never forget a face. Never a gorgeous one at any rate. So what's your name?
Roxanne Foxworthy.
The singer? The one from atop that piano yonder? It's no mystery you seem so familiar. I've been drooling over you the past month. Your voice is nice, too. I didn't recognize you without the piano underneath. You have got a grand at my place. If you'd be more comfortable on one. I don't play myself, but I got a feeling we could make beautiful music together.
I'm sure you do.
Maxwell, you don't mind if I impress her with your brain, do you?
Please, it hasn't done me any good.
Lay your eyeballs on these.
Are they prescription?
Not really, But you ain't seen nothing till you've peeped through these peepers.
Whoa, binoculars?
Then press the other side.
These would be great for reading in bed.
You won't even have to check the books out the library. Now just wait till you see this watch. Hello there, Maxwell. Do you read me?
Yes, I do.
Real Dick Tracy stuff. Am I allowed to see this? Isn't this kind of top secret? Hey, your name's Banks. Aren't you that defense contractor?
My father is the Mr. Banks you're thinking of. Me, I'm currently a bum. No one wants my inventions.
Do you know anything about rocks?
My major was engineering, but I've dabbled a bit in minerals. Why do you ask?
You seem like a very smart man. Really on the stick with your inventions and such. Maybe you could help me. I've got this very strange chunk of granite I've stumbled on. That's got every rock scientist I go to stumped.
You mean geologist?
See, I knew he was an expert.
I'm by no means an expert, but I'll be glad to take a look if you like.
I could get us into that campus lab if you need one.
I don't know how much time I can dedicate to this. I've got to catch a flight home Monday morning.
I'd be glad to arrange a hotel stay. Being unemployed must give you oodles of time.
Well, my daughter's 10th birthday is coming Thursday. I've got to make sure I get home.
I'm in no rush. This is a hobby. We can get together after your kid's party. Where's home?
Right now we live in a duplex in Tennessee. I imagine we'll have to move soon, now that I lack funding for the mortgage.
I can get you there by tomorrow morning. I've got a private plane back at my place.
You got your own plane?
That's not the most impressive thing about me.
Where's your home?
About an hour and a half south of here. Maybe not that long. I've got a brand new Bentley R I'd love to open up. Haven't had the chance or cause to make tracks with her yet.
I'd hate to put you out.
No trouble. I love any excuse to fly, plane or car.
You certainly like being high.
Really, I don't think I should. I'm already taking advantage of your generosity.
There's a good chance I could introduce you to my father.
Do you think?
Sure, it's his house. Come on, you're out of a job. I know free is the cheapest airfare you're going to get. Think of it as advance payment for investigating this rock for me.
Okay, I'll tell you what. For the dinner and the plane ride, why don't you consider all this junk yours?
Really?
It won't do me any good, except for the pen and the camera. Those are special.
Another gift from Uncle Herb?
Something like that. Why is a gentleman such as yourself interested in a rock?
Mainly because I don't know what it is. It's one of those unanswered puzzles in the universe for me.
Do you have many unanswered puzzles?
Very few I can't figure out. I dug it up thinking it was gold. I took it in the house thinking it looked neat. Around that first night I was in my room, and I had weird nightmares for a week. When I put it back out in the garage, my weird dreams ended. And check this out.
It gives off energy? How peculiar. Have you tested for radiation?
Yep, it's not radioactive. That's the smallest chunk. I've got the two larger pieces in my car. It broke into three when I hit it with a shovel.
I can't picture you holding a shovel.
It was a backhoe, technically speaking, the scoop side. The shovel wasn't much fun to drive.
You're carting around rocks in your Bentley.
I had a meeting with a rock doctor earlier today. He was supposed to be one of the best in the country, and it stumped him.
You don't think your dreams could have been caused by something you drank?
They haven't happened since I got the rock out of my room. Not much else changed.
Do you study rocks?
Not hardly. I'm in my first year of med school. The only stones I know are about in kidneys.
Medical student. What kind of a doctor are you trying to be?
Not sure yet. After this draft business ends, I'm thinking of taking a year off to study abroad. Would you like to be the broad?
I take it you haven't declared a major.
I'm still debating that. I set off to be a gynecologist, but now I don't think that's smart.
I should guess you would enjoy that field.
I didn't say I wouldn't. I just don't think it's smart. That's like an alcoholic getting a job at a distillery.
So you won't be getting a job at a distillery either.
Touché. Don't need to anyway. I hold controlling stock in one.
This is a peculiar substance. May I use those a minute? Very strange. Is it water soluble?
Don't know. I don't think it's even been wet. I've never seen it do that before.
What's this?
What?
Nothing. Must have been my imagination.
I thought I saw a picture. What was that?
Perhaps a ripple effect on the reflection. A light bulb may have just blown back at the counter, or flash photography. What were the dreams about?
What?
The strange dreams you described. What were they about?
It's going to sound crazy, I know. But I dreamt of a spaceship flying past me and crashing into the ocean while I was standing on a pirate ship.
Well, you're correct. That does sound crazy.
Do you think this is from outer space?
I know what you're thinking. Honestly, I thought maybe this was a comet that crashed. But it has some kind of message stored in it. I was thinking maybe it was some type of advanced alien satellite that got pulled into Earth's gravity by mistake. Or maybe I intercepted plans to invade the planet. Or something like that.
Did you find this back in June? With all that talk of...
No. This was before that. Last fall. Almost a year ago. I don't think it had anything to do with the flying saucers. It was pretty deep. But all the talk about men from Mars got me thinking about that possibility.
You're assuming they were flying saucers.
I'm just open to the options.
Satellites? UFOs? Isn't that all science fiction stuff?
Well, satellites relaying messages aren't all that far-fetched. I've got a team exploring possibilities based on Arthur C. Clarke's work. Excuse me, I suppose I had a team. I'm going to have to lay off 17 employees when I get home. I take it you're a fan of H.G. Wells?
So you think I'm nuts too?
I'm a big fan of Jules Verne myself. I'm not quick to discount anything. Your sanity has very little connection to this unknown substance. It's possible you're a raging lunatic that found an alien satellite. It's not likely, but I can't say I know of anything like this on Earth. Can I have a look at the larger one?
Sure. It's out in the car. Roxy, would you like to ask the same question?
My name's Roxanne, and yeah, I'd like to see this rock as well.
I'll grab it from the car. Hey, why not come on a little ride with us down the countryside? Nice little road trip. I'll be taking him home in my plane, then heading back to the mansion.
I don't know. I was taught to never trust strangers.
Haven't you heard? You should rely upon the kindness of strangers.
I do enjoy Tennessee Williams.
I know it better than Brando. I was at opening night. Barrymore Theater. Second row center. They have this great topless bar 3 blocks down. I can get you tickets if you'd like.
To the Barrymore or the topless bar?
Either one. Go on. It'll be a blast. I'll bring you back whenever you like. I'm due back at school by Wednesday, but there's no guarantee I'll rush.
I don't think that would be smart.
Christopher Columbus mistook an entire continent. Since when does smart ever lead to adventure?
I've never been in a mansion before, or on a plane.
Those are things I can rectify. There are a lot of things in this world I'd still like to see.
I can't imagine there's much you haven't seen.
Plenty of valleys and mountains waiting to be explored.
So you're into geology?
You'd be surprised at the striking similarities between anatomy and geology. I could demonstrate.
I don't think you're filled with good intentions for me, Mr. Hampton.
Really, that depends on your perspective and the definition of good you want to use. I think my intentions could be really good.
You sure I'm not intruding?
No. Don't mind my flirting, Maxwell. I can still get you home faster than Transworld or Convair. Where did I put my... I saw one in here. Mind if I borrow your pocket comb?
It's all yours, but you should know. What was that?
Not a clue.
We're being shot at!
It's not the season for mosquitoes.
Get down! Okay, I'm going with you.
Who would shoot at us?
Depends on how many women here are married.
But why?
There's a time for questions. This isn't it. You said you had a fast car nearby?
I'll provide cover. You lot head towards the door.
Now that is good service. Thanks, Mike.
John, inside the case, you'll see what looks like a billiard ball, an 8-ball.
Yeah, I see it.
Depress the 8.
If you say so. You're fat. What a stupid shape. You're always picked last.
I mean, push it. Push down on the 8.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Roll it over there. It's a smoke screen.
Reminds me of London. Go on.
I'll draw your fire.
Let's get out of here.
Please, after you.
You're a gentleman after all.
Yeah, I'm a gentleman, all right.